Hello? Wait, you can't hear me. You can't hear me. There's no way you can hear any of this. Hello, the Yap-pocalypse is upon us, everyone. I can hear you. Oh, of course you can. Hello? Hello? Welcome in, welcome in. We can hear you, LOL. I know you can. Hello, hello. Welcome back to another stream with the one and only bunny-eared cryptid. Yours truly, Etero. Day 6 of no switch. Oh my god. How are we supposed to play together? I wish you luck in your switch capture. I'm sure you can just fish one up out of the ocean, right? Not yet, not yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. But welcome back to Splatoon. I've taken a few days, I think 2 days off because we had Tiregate occur, which you will be happy to hear has been resolved. I don't have to go back there I don't have to go and do any kind of vehicle maintenance or service of any sort until like 2 weeks from now. That's for a completely different matter. Humans on the right side, is that a JoJo reference from a new drawing? Don't know if I got an answer. It's not a JoJo reference, it's just new art. Not everything is a JoJo reference. Don't know if I got an answer. Yes, I will answer your question from 3 days ago. No. But I appreciate you asking. But anyway, Tiregate is no more, right? Tiregate's no more. It's been completely resolved. I have fresh tires on my car, and it drives a little bit like never before. I do like taking care of my car. I have found like I do actually like making sure it's clean, like making sure no dust gets in because I have an aversion to dust and this world's air. Right? So I like to keep it clean inside and out all the time. I find joy in it now. I don't know. There's something really cool about having a car because not everybody has a car. What happens when you get a flat tire? So how do I really explain this? Because it sounds like an obvious thing, right? But a lot of people's like, you get a flat tire. This is what having a flat tire means. But nobody really explains how to fix it. And there's like multiple ways of fixing it. Most of the time, if you have a car and you get a flat tire, you will have a spare in your car. Every car comes with a spare tire in the trunk, but a lot of people don't realize it's there. It's like a secret compartment underneath your car. And every car is built with this secret compartment to hold a spare tire, and it comes with a jack and a tire iron and this what is now called a donut, because it's not exactly a full tire because then that would weigh down your car. So it's a very lighter version of a tire, but it's a very temporary solution that can fit onto, that you can replace. Like you fully replace the wheel and the rubber. But it's a very temporary solution. And so you can drive on it so that you can get to a service station so that you can get a new tire and then they will install it for you. That's the easiest way to do it. You do it yourself. If you don't have a spare tire in your car for whatever reason, and you have a flat and you're off suddenly on the middle of the road and your car, when you have a flat tire, your car is not drivable. It is not safe to do because you will be shredding that rubber and the weight of your car will like push down on that rubber and like tear it apart. And then once that tire protects your wheel from the road. So without that tire, your wheel is just like rubbing against concrete at an incredible speed and multiple rotations per minute, and it's really not dangerous. Or it's really dangerous. It's really not safe, is what I meant to say. So that's kind of what happens when you get a flat tire, which is why it's such a big deal. So you get a donut, and if you don't have a donut, then you're kind of in a bad situation because now you can't leave this place. Then you have to call a tow company or hope that you have car insurance that offers roadside assistance where they will call the tow company for you, come to pick up your car and take it to a service station or, depending on the time of day, an impound lot. Or if you live in certain areas in America, they will have highway patrol, or just like people whose job it is to just drive around all day, and just make sure that the roads are safe, like no one's caught on the side of the road or anything like that. And depending on where you live, you can essentially call this number as well, and they will come to like help you. I think I had that one time. I've had a flat tire before, but one time I got really, really lucky where I was really, really young. I was at my very first car, and my mom, I got a flat tire. Like day one of buying this car, I ran over a piece of glass on the highway and I got a flat tire. And I called my mom because I was like, I don't really know what to do. And she called her car insurance company to come to me. However, they take a really long time depending on where they are. But it just so happens that something called Highway Patrol came to pick me up, or they happened to be driving by. And they also saw that I had a flat tire. So they stopped, as is their due diligence and their duty. Hold on. I told you the Yapocalypse was here. You didn't believe me. The Yapocalypse is here. So then they saw that I had a flat tire, so they just fixed my tire for free. Because they're paid by the city. Like literally, this is the one time, and I'm not like spreading propaganda or anything. This is just an objective fact that happens where this place pays, like, they're paid by the taxes, basically. I don't really know how else to put it, but tax-paying citizens fund this operation, essentially. So I didn't have to pay anything for this flat tire, and it was actually really, really cool and really, really lucky. They were like, well, and I was like, okay, so where do you send the bill? After they changed my tire at like 10 o'clock at night, where I'm on the side of the road by myself, right? And they're like, oh, don't worry, we bill the city. And I was like, they were like, yeah, you don't owe anything. Have a nice night. And then they drove away. And it was awesome. But that's a nice time. Otherwise, you have to get towed, or you have a spare tire. Or if you're like me, you have neither of those things. I couldn't call a tow truck. And I didn't have a spare. And they're like, well, no, I can't. No, that gives away too much information. I didn't have any other option, essentially. So I had to, against my better judgment, drive my car home, get the tire replaced completely. But you don't just get one tire. Okay, you get 2 tires. You never buy just one tire, because that imbalances the rest of the other 3 tires in your car, and like it messes up your rotation, and there's a whole bunch of other things. So like, it's better to either buy, because there are 4 tires on a car, either buy a pair of tires, 2 tires, or buy a whole new set of tires for your car. And what the adult world doesn't tell you are the price ranges of everything that has to go into this, because not only do you have to buy a new set of tires, a pair or a whole entire set, you also have to pay for those to get installed, because you have to put the tire onto the wheel, which not a lot of people can just do in their garages. So you have to send it to someone who can do that. And what they don't tell you on top of that is that these people, you're not the only person that's having car problems, okay? You and maybe at least 50 other people have car problems and have all reached out to this one service station, and the service station is overwhelmed because apparently there is a shortage of car mechanics. Where are all of the dads? I don't know. But for some reason there's just shortage, and so that you don't just take your car in, they fix the problem, and then you get to drive it home in an hour. That's not how it works. It takes anywhere from like 1 to 2 days for any kind of vehicular maintenance. And it's expensive. They don't tell you how expensive it is, but I don't really care. It's fine. Oh God, car tires. Like, I think that's one thing I never really was taught growing up, is how expensive vehicular maintenance actually is. And because it's so expensive, I now appreciate having a car so much more. Because I used to not have one. I used to have to either walk or take public transportation or ride my bike, or a combination of the 3 if I wanted to get anywhere, period. And then my bike got stolen twice. So like, I love having a car now. Ever since I got a car, I've been I've been hard into like the car cult life. I miss going to car shows, actually. Like I'm actually this is so embarrassing to say on the internet, but I'm such a little car nerd, but I'm such a little baby car nerd where I enjoy going to car shows and like I don't know anything about this car that I'm looking at, right? Any of these cars on display, but there's somebody that owns that car that knows everything about it, down to like the most minute detail. And I just either look at them, I like to look to see how people have decorated them. I really love Itasha as well, which is like when you wrap your cars in like anime vinyl or you decorate them to look like your favorite anime character. So I'm big into car shows. I love Itasha, but like I can't do it to my own car because and this makes me so sad because then it would be so recognizable. So I go and I live vicariously through how other people take care of their cars. And it's always so interesting because there's someone who's like, this car is like their child. It's so fun. It's actually so fun. What are we talking about? But yeah, that's what happens when you get a flat tire. It sucks. It's not fun. It's probably the thing about flat tires is that they're so real, right? It's something that has to be solved right away when it comes to your car. Any other thing, like if the check engine light pops on, or you're out of windshield wiper fluid, or like a tire's a little bit low on air, even. Or maybe your engine mount popped off of your engine one day when you were driving down the street, or maybe there's a hole in your muffler. Those are all problems that you can leave to future Etro or future you. But a flat tire needs to be resolved right then and there. There's no exceptions. You have to fix that problem. But any other thing, your engine's dead and your battery won't start and it's covered in some kind of weird corrosion. Just pour Coca-Cola in over that bad boy and get the car on the road. Deal with it later. But yeah, that's fun. What else happened? So Tiregate has been resolved. So that's cool. So I can drive again. I'm once again free as a bird. I haven't been playing Pokopia a lot because I've been playing Splatoon, really, and I've been sleeping a lot. But it's okay. It's not so bad. I've needed sleep, but I sleep at like innocuous times now. I don't know if my sleep schedule has actually been kind of messed up because I've had to wake up at like 7:30 in the morning every single day for like the past 4 days. So I don't know if my sleep schedule has been regulated or made much worse, but there's definitely a change. And I think that's about it. Oh my god, a cover released yesterday. On top of all of that, the new cover from 46 Notes, Idol by Yoasobi, we did a cover of that and it finally released. If you haven't seen it yet, you can watch it on my YouTube channel. I haven't made a command on Twitch for it yet. Not yet. Not yet. Oh my god, I totally forgot. Oh my god, are you screaming at the moment? Why? You got told on your repair for your Switch. You got told a week on your repair for your Switch, then you've got no updates. Called Saturday, got told you get a call by the end of the day because they started work. Didn't call them a week ago, got told it'll be 2 or 3 weeks, and they hadn't even started, so if you don't get a call today, I'm gonna be very annoyed. I mean, that's gonna be like, that was 2 days ago. The Idol cover release was actively, it was 2 days ago, but still, I didn't stream the day after that. So I'm telling you now. Kyo, right now you are my biggest op and I don't understand why. Yesterday, 2 days ago, it doesn't matter. Yesterday doesn't exist to me because it was spent outside doing stupid, silly stuff and resolving Tiregate. So in my eyes, the cover came out yesterday, even though it is 2 days later. Hold on, let me pop this out. Ooh, can I pop this out? Yes, I can see all of you. But yeah, chat released. My plants are doing okay. I got my car fixed. I don't have to worry about my car for another 2 weeks. And now I can play Splatoon again. Freely. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, I've got some pretty cool, calm music on. I am very calm and chill. I just had to initiate the the Yap-pocalypse so that I could get everything out at once. And now that it's out, we're going to play some Splat zones. I know Hammerhead Bridge is a pretty long map. Hold on. There we go. And then I can take a water break while I'm in queue, which is very important. Kill, you have to follow the rules of the chat. Or you will be banned, and bans are non-refundable. And you know I don't want to do that. The Yap-pocalypse occurred when you just asked me about a flat tire. There's been a lot. You mentioned 46 notes first. Yes, I did, but I did not mention... I'm not going to explain myself to you. You know better. But if a certain galactic hero wants to ever return to streaming, that's on them. That's not on me. But I think it's pretty rude to assume that they'd want to join a group that's already established. It's okay, because now you know. Where are we right now? Is this going to be another DC? There's a 50-50 chance. They vanished! They literally vanished. Yeah. I'm very annoyed. It might go full annoyed customer. If a fifth member were to join, though, would the group be renamed to account for the fifth member? I cannot answer that question. And I would appreciate you not asking it. Alright, let's try again. Sorry to inconvenience you. Okay, so now I had a feeling. I was like 50-50. 50-50 someone's gonna DC. And then they just kind of vanished. They got Thanos snapped. I had a feeling. Usually when the load time's that long, someone hasn't loaded in at all. You know? That's okay. Because last time we played Splatoon, we lost, like, every single match. And now this time, we can't get a match. Forgot this was not turf war for a second. It's okay. Oh. Whoa! 2? Holy. Oh, they finally got me. Wait, this isn't Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment? Did I change the title? It's supposed to be Splatoon. This is why I never changed it. Oh my god! This is why I didn't want to change the title! Ah! Ooh. I lost track of him. You didn't change the game, at least. This is why I don't change it. Oh my god, gotta love Scuff. I don't consider that Scuff. Scuff is when the stream crashes out of, like, due to something I can't really control. I just forgot to change the title. No big deal. This will just be Hyrule Warriors. Age of Imprisonment. Ah! My god! My god! It's okay. YouTube knows what's happening. And honestly, what's crazy is that I could low-key not even change the title, and I could just mark this just chatting, and I might actually have... Ah! Jeez. Ooh, nice dodge backwards. They're really good at taking this back. Dang, I thought I could get away. Ah, I thought I could get away. This is an intense battle. Oh my god. Command cover. I gotta add cover. Oh wait, Harsh, are you able to do that? I just made... What? Did you actually? Are you able to do that? Because I know I didn't update the YouTube link. That's so scary. Come on. Come on, Magister. No! We have to take it back! No! You're kidding! No! That's crazy! Well, what an upset. Oh shit. That's the game. Oh man. Oh no. Alright, let me change it. There we go. Ah, yatta. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, it works! Harsh, you did it! So what's this about a dog? I don't have one yet, but more than likely I'll probably have one before the end of the month, unfortunately. Now, don't get me wrong, I love this little guy to death, okay? He's a family dog, he's a 2-year-old puppy, but, my siblings... My sister, it's my sister's dog, right? It's my sister's little guy. She can't really take care of the dog anymore because she's got more responsibilities lately. And so my mom doesn't want the dog to leave the family because he's an important member of the family. And since I haven't had a pet in a while, she was wondering if I might like one. And because he just loves me so much, he really does. Does not seem to work, no? It literally works. I clicked the link and it led right to the new cover. But yeah. So my mom chose, like, you know, hey, cut that out. Anyway, what's I saying? So Mom True is thinking, yeah, why don't you just take the dog? Why don't you just take the dog? You know, why don't you take him? And I go, well, any other situation, any other circumstance, any other universe, I would, right? But I can't because I am allergic to dogs. I have dog sat this lovely creature before, and I have suffered severe allergies. And I told them that. It took you to shark bites from 3 years ago? What? Oh, God. Oh, gosh. It is. So, I genuinely think that someone just puts the controller down because we'll be winning and then we won't be. Okay, we have to get out of here. We're locked in? You're kidding. Uso. I did just realize we're playing against 2 blasters. But yeah, so, it doesn't matter if I have an allergy to dogs because this dog is hypoallergenic, they say. And I go, well, yes, that doesn't mean I'm not allergic to it. So I'm actually like, I'm not only am I allergic to dogs, but most specifically, they're dog saliva or the saliva and dander of most animals. So like cats and dogs and probably rabbits, but rabbits don't really lick themselves. I don't really know. But anything that just kind of like licks themselves or like has dander, I'm allergic to it. So a lot of people think that when you say you're allergic to dogs, that you're actually allergic to the dog fur. So they started engineering dogs that didn't have fur, but instead had hair, like poodles and labradoodles and stuff like that, because they didn't really make themselves sneeze, or they didn't really lick themselves as much, right? Well, that's all well and good, but that's only one of many allergy factors. So... I'm still allergic to hypoallergenic dogs because of their saliva. So I was like, you know what? Fine, we'll adopt them on a trial basis. I did like my sister. My sister and I will adopt him on a trial basis, and she's like, sure, this sounds great, but you should probably keep him permanently. And I go, I can't. But I can't. So there's that. Nothing's really happened yet. It's kind of like a Cold War because I can't simply let this dog just no longer be in the family because I do genuinely love him. He's very calm. He's very sweet. And he has severe separation anxiety. So I'm pretty sure it would feel like a crime if like all of a sudden he had a brand new family after like 2 years. You know? And apparently I'm a pushover and I have a heart made of jello. I don't know. Where is everybody? Okay. All right. We're holding control really well. There you are. Oh, here they go. Okay. Were you not allergic to Logan? I was very allergic to Logan, but I cleaned my house and Logan religiously. To the point where I simply did not sneeze as often. I was still very allergic, but, you know, Logan needed a home, right? How I adopted Logan because my roommate at the time really wanted a cat, and I don't know what possessed me, right? She really, really wanted a cat, and she had found this cat outside of a Red Lobster, just in a box, abandoned. And but like that's like I'm going a few steps ahead, right? But she really wanted a cat, and I was like, well, I didn't know at the time that I was allergic to cats, but at the time I did not like cats. I didn't have a single reason to like cats. I actually didn't really like animals at all, even though I had many a pet. I don't know. I didn't like furry animals. I liked fish. I was a fish girl. I was a bird girl. I was a hamster girl. I did not like cats. So she wanted a cat, and I was like, no, not really. And then she begged, and she was like, I'll keep it in my room. You'll never see it. And I was like, cats are kind of disgusting. I remember saying this to her. I was like, I personally think cats are pretty gross. Right? And as you know, I have changed my worldview since then. But she was like, well, let me take you to the animal shelter. Come with me to find a cat that we can both love. And I was like, well, if I never see it, it doesn't matter if I love it. Right? I don't want to, but I will go with you if you need me to go with you. But it doesn't matter whether or not I like it or not. And then we went to the animal shelter, and that is where I met Logan. It was like love at first sight. I was like, I would like to talk to this cat. And so they took him out of his cage, and we got to spend some time together. And next thing you know, I am literally adopting this cat. I am literally adopting a cat. You'll be fine. Let him stay. I don't know that I will. I genuinely do not know that I will be okay. I think my allergies have gotten worse. Because this isn't the first time, like I said, that I have been around dogs. I have to take, so like the amount of medication that I have to take just to be okay. Just to be everyone else's form of okay is a lot. So like, why would I add something that like disrupts that or makes it worse in my life? Why would I add a stressor, right, is my thinking. And then like everyone's like, why would you do that to yourself? And I go, well, because the dog loves me. Dang, we never got a chance. Never got a chance. Wow. Yeah, where was I? So yeah, I would adopt if I wasn't allergic to dog saliva. Then I would adopt a dog. Is what I was immediately thinking. Well, was I talking about a cat? But essentially, now I have Logan. Blah blah blah. I'm getting all jumbled up because I'm playing a video game at the exact same time. But food buff, reactivate. Now, I was like, well, if this puppy didn't actively like lick itself all the time, then maybe I could actually like, as I keep my house like clean all the time anyway. So I was like, well, what if there's a way we can stop them from licking themselves? I might consider adopting said puppy, right? So is that something that we can actually control? And Momtro goes, actually, yes. It's because he's allergic. He's allergic to what? I don't know. But he has allergies, and he ends up licking himself as a result, as a result of his allergic reaction. And that's what I'm actually allergic to. So I'm allergic to this dog's allergy to some unknown thing. And I think it might be pollen. So that's another factor, is that this dog and I probably have the same allergies. It's a yeast thing. I don't know. I don't know. But he doesn't have any kind of medical problems. He gets groomed like once a month, and honestly, when he gets groomed, then he doesn't lick himself. So as long as I keep him groomed and keep my house clean, then I won't have any allergies to this puppy. I have an allergy to pollen too. So do I. I don't know. I don't know. But I think that's why I can't really tell you his name. He's just like Puppy. His name is Puppy. Because he's like he's like an eternal puppy. He's like a little labradoodle. I just realized I wasn't in queue and I was just painting. Anyway. But yeah, I'm not in queue. He's just a very chill, very calm puppy that just wants love and affection. And the only time he ever barks or cries is when you leave him alone for too long. He just likes to be in the room. But every time he's alone, he cries. That's it. That's it! There's nothing wrong with this dog except that he makes me sneeze. And I'd been allergic to my cat, and I had a cat for 8 years, right? And now I no longer have a cat, unfortunately, right? But now my only allergy is pollen and humans. And it was kind of great being like, you know, symptom-free for so long. So now I'm at a crossroads. If I made you sneeze, did you kick me out? I don't know what you're doing in my house in the first place. I let a little pupper chill in my room on a little footstool. I know, and he has! He's like the perfect puppy. But I can't have puppies. I don't know, man. Why am I still in queue for 104 seconds? Impossible. I guess I am just not meant to play rank today. So once this one cancels, we'll just go to Turf 4. Puptro Nar. It really is just like a sad case. I don't know. Your room is massive. You miss having a huge man cave to yourself. You had the townhouse you lived in almost 10 years ago. Sometimes people have like just the perfect setup and they don't realize it until it's gone, you know? Darn. Okay. I should have just stayed hidden. You hate apartments? They are terrible. They're terrible. Ah! Oh my gosh. So you lived in one from 97 to 2004? So it's like 7, 8 years. Wow. We're not gonna win this unless we can get out of here. Get that guy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, an ultra stamp! I could tell from the map that an ultra stamp was on the way! Shoot! She said. I definitely wanted to swear in that moment. I should have swore in that moment. Because I could have gone on an absolute spree just then. Come on. I am actively trying as hard as I can. Paint the objective, paint the objective, paint the objective. Push forward! That's 2 there, that's huge, that's huge! Let's go! No! 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 You're kidding! We tried so hard. Ah, they're just too good. Get on the point! There, get on the point! Ah, I couldn't get on the point. Only swears with her pinky up. I feel like if you want to swear, you should just do it. Oh, I just realized my heater was on. Why is my heater on? Oh, because it was really cold this morning. Oh, wow. Hold on. You put a whole family story in the chat. I missed it because I was gaming. This is insane! Nah, he's just using his friends as an excuse. He doesn't like change. Canadians. Canadians are people that live in Canada, that's for sure. That's probably the most stigmatizing thing that I can say about Canadians. They sure do be living in Canada. All the time. I don't get it. It's like they want to be there or something. Alright, what? It's tower control now. Well, you know what? Hold on. That's actually a good time to take a small break. Mooses and beavers and stuff. Well, yeah. I mean, moose, beaver? What is up with that? I'm just kidding. I'm just not making sense on purpose. Any Canadians, if you live in the chat, Tell me how Canada is. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Okay, this is a small turn. This is a small time to take a break. Had some pretty intense matches. We almost won, and then I think someone thought there was no way that we could possibly lose, and so they started playing a little bit like too conservatively, and they found an opening. Moving's expensive. It just seems like it's the only way forward. Wow. After a while, you have to let people make their own decisions. It doesn't matter if you think they're wrong or right. Some people have to find out on their own. It's okay. You can't control everybody. Alright, let's see. Alright, hydration break. I have to turn off my space heater break, and then I have to find my gloves break. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Oh no. Boo! Did I scare you? Ooh, it's tower control. I don't know. I don't know if I want to play this or just regular turf war, but this is more exciting than regular turf war. He had headphones on. Sorry. I am immune to being spooked. You cannot spook me, woman. Let me in. Let me in. I have to start playing Splatoon during, like, the JP server, like, high activity time. Because I feel like that region is the only region that plays Splatoon anymore. So I think I really am going to have to become a sweaty. Which means that the time slots for Splatoon streams are going to change. And I've been thinking about this for, like, the last 45 seconds or so, you know? And I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea. I think we're gonna end up moving the Splatoon slots to, like, if I do play Splatoon, it's going to have to be, like, early in the morning. Just become a Japanese. Okay. That didn't even register in the too spooky meter. The spookometer. The spookometer? Spookometer. But I don't want to go back to playing Pokopia. Because the cozy content creators have gotten a hold of Pokopia. And I've been getting real self-conscious because they've been building very intricate designs, intricate houses in neighborhoods. And I feel self-conscious about my patchwork dirt houses that work just fine. You know, but they've, like, no life. The cozy content creators have no life the game and created, like, magnificent landscapes with Pokemon, and I haven't played in a long time, so I'm definitely behind. Get out of here! Dang it, I really thought I could survive. I used to play New Horizons, speaking of cozy games. We all did. If you didn't, then we considered you, like, not well. Dang, we're getting absolutely destroyed. Is this another day where, like, I think it's just gonna have to go back to Turf War. He's got the strat. He knows how to use his weapon. And they're just compounding upon it. Well, oh my gosh! I can see why the Splatoon content creator stopped playing Splatoon. I get it now. Oh, two of you! Woo! You even had Anka and Raymond on your island? I have Raymond on my island. I've met Anka, didn't want her on my island. I guess not. Well, that would describe you. That would explain a lot, for sure. If you didn't play Animal Crossing during the panorama, I think genuinely the world was concerned for you. We were just like, wait, what are you doing? You don't have an outlet? But, I mean, it's okay only if you had, like, another meaningful hobby. You in the middle of a panoramic. Yeah, a panorama, a pandemonium. It wasn't a showstopper or anything close to winning any sort of awards, but it was fine enough for getting the job done. Yeah, I mean, but, like, back then, you know, it was okay that it didn't matter what it looked like. But now, it matters. Now you have to take cozy game, life simulation, seriously. You have to optimize it, and it has to look gorgeous. It has to simulate life, as it were. So, switch swap. Well, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm kidding. Yeah, so you had a hobby. And what was scary is when you didn't have a hobby. Animal Crossing was like the hobby of like 85% of people. And the other 15% created sourdough or did something else. They were like, you know what? Now's the time to write that novel. Which is what I did. Dang, almost got you. Oh! I got bombarded! Dude, I should have stayed with the team. I could have spent the panoramic relearning guitar. You should have. Oh my gosh! I thought I was safe. Was that a tune? The strings were all gross? I mean, I picked up like 2 different instruments during the panorama. One of them is a shinobue, which is a special type of like Japanese flute. The same flute they use in like Xenoblade 3. Oh my god. I haven't really mastered how to play it yet, because the only way you can really take classes on it is by watching YouTube videos. Because, you know, who else is learning this? And I've never played the flute in my life. I mean, my family is more of like a brass and woodwind family when it comes to instruments. Ah! So I do have the affinity for it. It's just I haven't had time to actually sit. I think actually when I first bought it, I was renting a room in my friend's house at the time. Woo! I can't touch that. But so I never actually practiced on it because I didn't want to disrupt them, because who just randomly starts playing a flute in the middle of a house in the middle of the day without any kind of sound protection or anything? Nerds, that too. Ah! I can't kill anyone? You briefly learned bass guitar as well? There's no briefly. Either you've learned it or you haven't. You've learned it or you haven't. I don't know if there's anything we can do here, guys. I have to set up a perimeter. How did he not die? Hold on, I was literally shooting at him. It just kind of fell by the wayside. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick up the bass guitar. Pick it up. Darn. I don't own it anymore. Time to buy a new one. I don't know. Memories are nice, but that's all they are. Oh my god, get off! Please. blue team right now. Uso! Ariana! Yeah. Anyway. Nice coming back. Thank you. Good morning. Hello, Marfred. Hello. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nice. That's one for the books. We were not supposed to win that at all. That's a story even the toughest of squids dream of. Knockout to 3. Excuse me, I'm dying, you see. Slowly but surely. It's mayhem out here. The trick is to die slowly and gracefully. This is true. Oh. Oh, midair. And with dignity. That's the secret, not necessarily the trick. Or it's more like that's the goal. But, like, you know, how to get there? There's a couple of ways to get there. Ah! No, you don't! Yes, he does. No, he doesn't! Can we please touch these people? There we go. This is hard. Darn. How is he still alive? Okay, we got the lead. We got the lead. We have the lead. We have the lead. With less than a minute to spare. That's huge. We gotta get him off the point. That's all we have to do. We gotta go. Oh my gosh. Okay, 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 okay. We got this, we got this, we got this. Come on, we gotta knock him off the point somehow! Go, 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 please! No way! That is it! Oh, I'm so mad. Well, yeah, that's what happened to us. Ah, well. Fire is leaving off one of the conveyor belts. I disrespect the Clash Blaster every time. Every chance I can. I hate that weapon. Hard to learn, easy to use. Tar. Ah, well. Now that I'm here, actually, is this really the fit I want for the Clash Blaster? Well, not Clash Blaster, for the Splatter Shot. Ah, yes. You wrecked another friend by luring them to a trap, and you made it think they had you. Had you? You was in Kenza dualies at the time? Bring back the Kenza weapons. Tony Kenza had such a cute weapon line in Splatoon 2. Those were such fun weapons. The best. So you turned on them with your baller? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh! Before you know it, you're gone. Ah, the reef slider! Unforge. I can't touch it. They keep pushing me away. Wow. Alright, I think that might be GG's for Anarchy battles. Yeah. The matches are getting a little too tough. The blaster once again. Oh, nice double! We'll probably get on the point, please. Thank you. I was like, there's no way you get a double that cool and we still don't have objective. I'm dead. I'm dead. As soon as one blaster bullet touches me, the next one's already connected. Ah, boy. I thought I heard a tacticooler for a second. What? Yeah, that's GG's. They dipped out and resumed being a family man. I think I might dip out of Anarchy Open and just become a regular Turf War player for a while. This is tough. This map is really rough, but then all the maps are really rough. That's not true. Some of them are super easy. Because the blaster basically shoots through walls. Let's be so for real about that right now. And we just have to pretend that's not true. Yeah. It's an absolute wash. It's a hurricane out here. Yeah, I'd lose. Oh, well, we lose, rather. We lose as a team. Can't get out. Locked in. He just hit that for fun! Typos are part of life. I don't know. I actually, like, sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I don't, like, and it's not like an official article or anything, I think it's real weird that, like, I'll read a lot of comments and they'll be, like, perfectly punctuated. You have the brain of a 5-year-old, young. Alright. Okay, how long is that? Was that about an hour. About an hour of Splatoon. My gosh. It's real hard out there. People just do not want you to level up. At all. Or I think what I should start doing, I think I really should start playing during the, like, high activity, like, slots. So probably, like, Japan evening, like JST evening time. And I think the matches will be a lot faster. And I might end up getting carried. But that would mean, like, streaming at, like, what, 7 in the morning? Which is not unheard of. Can I get that? I can. What? What? I literally shot this person. Alright, game. I'm sensing some... I don't even know. But I have your number. Oh gosh, we're cooked. A Booyah Bomb and an Ink Vac. That sprinkler is going to be the death of me. Yeah, I'm dead. I don't know how. That's such a good sprinkler placement. Cannot get out. Wow! You're not getting in! My gosh. No way! Ah, their partner. Nice job. Dude, that was hard. Japanese. That's offensive. You should apologize. My speech impediment has nothing to do with anything. Been watching a handful of Super Nanny episodes? What is Super Nanny? Wait, is that show? Super Nanny. What is that? It sounds terrible. Let's make fun of your speech impediment. You will get banned, and I will not release you. You can bully anyone else except me. Forgot about my sensitivity settings. It's basically a show about a nanny who shows up at the houses of families to help them deal with the rebellious, rowdy kids and such. Good timeout, never stopped anybody. Like, I don't know. Does it actually work? Does it actually work when there's cameras around? That's the real question. Because it's one thing to put on a show for the cameras. It's another thing, like, does this actually work? Does this form of child rearing have, like... Oh, God. Does it actually work, or... Because I bet you there's a follow-up episode where the kids don't even remember we're having a nanny. Because they were so hyped up on sugar and Hollywood. Oh, gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, that was pretty intense. Oh my gosh, is that my torpedo bomb? Let's go! Like the parents will put the kids in the naughty corner / time out, and it's done for a set amount of times based on how old the child is. The parents also get a cool little guide lesson from the nanny on how to handle it all and such. That would not work on me. Speaking as a child at heart, that would not work on me. Like, not even a little bit. It would work for the cameras. What if the child is 30 plus? I don't know. I don't know. That's not a child. But, like, that wouldn't have worked on me. You go stand over here and, like, not look at anything. You're not allowed to talk to anyone, and you can't listen to anything. Oh, so I can go over in the corner and meditate? That sounds amazing. I can't wait to take a small little break from my, like, tyrannical run of this house. Yeah, sure, I'll take a quick fiver. I'll be back, though, and worse than ever, because what you've done is you've given me the time to think. I'm not embarrassed. I'm calm. Get out of there. Oh, you missed. Why give them time to plan their next move? Exactly. Do what my mom did. She filibustered me. Like, she lectured me to the point, because she's a yapper. So she would lecture me to the point where I would become physically exhausted. And then when I was too tired to stand, then she would be like, okay, get out of my sight. And if I ever misbehaved again, exact same method. That's what I told you. I was like, oh my god! Oh, he lived at 1 HP. It was a bloody yapper. Just, you're not allowed to go anywhere. Like, if I got in trouble, I'd be called downstairs into the kitchen / dining room, and I would have to stand there while she proceeded to chastise and lecture and reprimand me. And God forbid I look like I'm not paying attention, because then that would just enrage her. And she would begin to yap. That would increase the lecturing by like a good 5 minutes. She had a lot to say. And I just had to take it. You guys don't understand. And then, God forbid, you do something real terrible, like my siblings, who would just, like, misbehave for the sake of it. Like, they got real rebellious, you know? I was still learning right from wrong, but they got real rebellious and just did stupid stuff just to find out. And then, not only would she lecture you, she would then proceed to tell every one of our family members if we misbehaved and make fun of us for misbehaving. Like, we were dumb little shits. She would call us out on our bullshit and bully us in front of everybody. Or relatives, not everybody, just relatives. And then we'd have to just go and pretend like, yeah, whatever. That's so much worse than time out. Our own stupidity was put on full display for our relatives. So you better not misbehave, or everybody's gonna find out about it. He was a screamer? No, my mom's just a yapper. And to her, it didn't seem bad because she's just telling the family about her day. Like, looking back on it now, she was like, I'm just telling them about my day. You being a stupid little shit was part of that day. It's so funny. They're all yellers. No, every culture has some form of shame. They have some form of, like, public... Well, I say public, but, like, filial shame. Like... I said like, and then I started playing video games. Sorry, guys. I got distracted. Valid argument. I carried you for 9 months. No, like... I think, parents will say some of the coldest lines because they think it's funny. Oh my God! Because they think it's funny. Or they're just like, how can I hurt you in the most politically correct way possible? And that simple sentence unlocks so much traumatizing behavior. I'm not saying my parents did this, but I've seen it. Like, I've seen it happen in, like, other parents. Like, right? But yeah, just that, like, how can I hurt you the way you've hurt me by not listening to me? Right? But I don't want to be I don't want to be a bad person. Oh God, oh God, oh God. I don't know if I can 1v1 you, bro. Dang, he got me. Violently vindictive. Yeah, that was a targeted attack. Yeah. It's not so bad, though. I think it's kind of... What? You're still alive? Get out of here! Jeez! I might as well play with the charger at this point. My aim is that atrocious. I might as well just... All super jump is crazy. That is a crazy build. Oh my gosh, your parents had physical punishment? I don't know. No, my parents had, like, just... Honestly, I don't know. I wasn't really the receiver of it most of the time. That was chill. And I'm pretty sure as your parents get more siblings, like, their forms of discipline change. At least mine did. I don't know where you think you're going, sir. Sorry, Moose. That's just the way it is. Ooh. You do not need that much super jump. Apparently you do. Apparently you do because they won. Oh my gosh. Apparently you do because that's exactly why they won. If you look at that little splotch in our home base, that's him. He jumped into someone who was already there and then just sprayed for his life. You caught ass whoopings, but the grandson barely gets a smack on the wrist. Yeah, like I said, like as they get older, they like calm down a little bit. They're less stressed out, you know. I didn't really get in trouble that much because like my like mom chose forms of punishment were so unbearable that I was like, well, I'm just not gonna do that again. I'm just not gonna do that again. I'm just gonna go back to being an absolute nerd. I can't believe they won. We did so well. It's okay. Like I said, the guy super jumped and he got right past us. What are you gonna do? Oh, gosh. He's gonna throw it. I knew he was gonna throw it. There's nothing I could do about that. By design. 2 dualies and a blaster. Oof. It's okay. This guy's just flipping and squipping all over the place. Ah! Wow! They're not holding back. They do not want us to even come close to looking like we're going to win it. He's gonna throw it. Throws it. Yep. There was nothing I could do! Get out of here! What? He lives that? Dualies. Dualies, man. Dualies, man. Okay, no one's there. This is safe. I couldn't get it in time. Nice, nice. Reef Slider is too busted, man. From downtown. Jeez. Oh, I almost had it. I almost had it. Ah, it was a nice try. I forgot to tell you this is one anime called Witch Hat Atelier. I feel like you like that one. I have heard of it. Haven't watched it yet. I don't know. Is it slow paced? If it's a little too slow paced, it takes time to watch it. Which is a crazy thing. It takes like 23 minutes to watch any episode ever. But, dude, I clocked it down to a science. I could watch an entire anime series in like 3 hours if I just skipped the opening and the endings. I didn't mean to keep going. No, I did not. If I can sit through One Piece? Well, it was the other way around. My brain went, if I can sit through Toriko and Gintama and watch Toriko multiple times, and Toriko's like 150 episodes, and like Gintama's like 500 episodes, my brain was like, I can and like a couple of movies, I was like, I can sit through One Piece. And then I didn't get to sit through One Piece. I got to experience One Piece. And I watched the One Piece live action the other day. And it was everything I hoped it would be. I actively cried. Just like I did when I was watching it. When I was watching the anime, and I cried during the Drum Island arc. I cried like a fucking baby again during the Drum Island arc of the live action. Okay, it is just that good. Okay, and I hear One Piece, bravo. You binged My Hero Academia in 3 days, and it's not worth it. If they had just kept it at like the first season. I know they really wanted a lot of conflict, and I was like, man, this anime could have ended in like a season and a half. You didn't really need all this conflict. And then you could have taken a break to really actually flesh out the story, and it would have been leagues better instead of just throwing 28 different characters at me and expecting me to remember them all and then also care about them. I didn't care about any of the characters in One Piece or in My Hero Academia the way I cared about the characters in One Piece. You couldn't make me. You can't make me. Just because all of them got like forced down like our metaphorical throats as quickly as possible, and none of them really had a time to shine. Because I mean, you know, the first like 3 characters got a time to shine, and then after that you could really tell they were just like, oops, I made too many characters, not enough backstory, and I don't want to be another Eiichiro Oda having to write the story for the rest of my life, so let's just fucking speedrun it a little bit. And you know, quality over quantity, I would really say. But wait, did you watch My Hero? I did not. Someone else did. That's the worst character in the whole series. There's a couple of worst characters in the whole series of My Hero Academia. Not to say that My Hero Academia isn't good. I think My Hero Academia is good, not great. I know, crazy to say. I think it's good, not great. He launched that little shit into the sun. I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. And I'm like, someone like that should not, like, oh, but they want to be a hero, so they're allowed to be a hero. And I was like, yeah, but you have a shitty personality. I don't really care if you want to be a hero or not. You should probably work on yourself first before you try to save the planet. I think that's something that we probably need to write into the story, because I think that's really important. Just because you think you're doing the right thing doesn't really mean that you are. Hello, the Marines from One Piece, right? And just because you think that you have an eye for justice doesn't mean that you're a lascivious bastard. Sorry, I have hot, boiling lava hot volcanic eruption takes when it comes to anime, because like any hobby, it takes up time. And I value my time. So I don't care how good everyone finds an anime. If I don't find it enjoyable, I'm trashing it. I'm talking mad disrespect. And I don't care who knows, because it's all about discussion, you know? Oh. There's no way. Okay. Okay. I was like, there's no way I get away. I was like, wait, what did the Marine Corps do to you? Oh my god. Right now, the Marine Corps low-key destroyed Egghead. They destroyed O'Hara. Was it O'Hara? Big Tree Island that Nico Robin is from. Like, I don't think the Marines have done anything good. Like, the entire franchise. Like, no. Like, no. Like Kobe wants to be a hero, right? I'm gonna die! Okay, hold on. Kobe wants to be a hero, right? What is one good thing that he has done? But I think there was one time where he was on Beehive Island, and I think they saved Garp, but they didn't save Garp because Garp is still imprisoned on the Beehive. So, like, low-key, he got stronger. That's supposed to be a good thing. He hasn't actually done anything good. He hasn't actually been a hero yet. I'm sorry. I cannot kill this guy. Fucker just lives. Chill out, my boy. All right, fine. But answer my question. I have very serious questions. I have questions about anime that people are afraid to ask, okay? People don't talk to me about anime because they know they're gonna walk it. There's a 60% chance they might walk out with their feelings hurt. That being said, I do like a lot of anime, right? But like, and I don't hate on it because of the animation or anything like that. Like I can't animate, therefore it's get out of my house! What? Anyway. But yeah, I don't hate on the animation, it's the writing. I will be the first to stop watching an anime if those plot holes don't add up. Like the second I have too many questions, I'm like, and if they don't get answered, and there's difference between like something getting answered like through the nature of dispense and the hero's journey, and it's another getting answered because like, oh, this person has 6 girlfriends and they all like each other because that's just how it works. He's just that charismatic when he has the literal personality of a goddamn pineapple. Like he hasn't done a single thing to protect the people. As far as he knows, he's doing that. He hasn't done it yet. Pirates keep winning. Well, they're not winning per se. It's just, they're just like the... You know what's crazy is some pirates are low-key just like, can you leave us alone? That's an insult to pineapples. Hint, hint. Some pineapples. Some pineapples. There are some pirates out there who will legitimately, like, leave us alone. Go fight the ones actually causing crimes, right? Actually committing, like, grand pillages and, like, being absolute, like, actual criminals, right? I don't know. Luffy only commits crimes once, like, he's involved. But he doesn't get involved unless, like, a crime has been committed by somebody else. And most of the time, it's the government. That's why I love it. He's just like, oh, hey, you can't do that. That's wrong. And then he, like, burns a flag. Luffy is a very reactionary, like, character who lives in a pineapple under the pineapple under the pineapple. Yeah, I mean, I'm not talking shit on Colby at all, but I do think Colby, I think it's time. It's been like 1,000 episodes. I think it's time for Colby to actually fight an evil pirate and win. Like, I think it's time. Oh, shh! What? There we go. I think that's what it's time for. Because otherwise, like, Colby is such a side character that it hurts my heart, right? It's great to have dreams. And it's great to have memories of things that made you want these dreams, okay? But you better start taking some action because you're literally a military enlisted official, okay? And the world is at war. And your friend's on the other side. And it's time to start making some hard decisions, Colby. Oh no, what did you do instead? You got a girlfriend? Oh my god. Made it out with my life. At the end of the day, you realize that Colby wants to be a hero, but he still has to answer to somebody else. And as long as you have to answer to somebody else, you'll always be following someone else's commands. And as long as you're following someone else's commands, you'll never truly be a hero. Because you'll never stand for you'll never stand for your own ideals. You'll always stand for someone else's. It's not what a hero is. Sorry. I'm sorry. Ah! I'm sorry. As long as you realize that the people you work for are, like, not exactly good people, and yet you still work for them and you still follow their bidding, you will always be a complacent yes man. You'll never actually be that person that you want to be that stands for what you believe is right, because you won't even stand up to the people who are doing wrong. just because they're your boss and just because they give you benefits. And just because they say they're doing the right thing when you know for a fact that your heart is in turmoil. Ow! Oh. Colby probably doesn't know this, but the Marines low-key facilitated the assassination of the world's smartest man in the universe. For no reason. And once Colby figured, he needs to know this. He doesn't know this because he's in a coma half the time. This is a Batman take all over again. I need Colby to wake up. I've been trying to wake Colby up for 1,000 episodes. I believe in Colby. It's just Lilith is still alive. We're Gucci. Lilith and Doll are still alive. We're Gucci. Jewelry Bonnie's still alive. We're Gucci. Bartholomew Kuma's cyborg still exists, so we're okay. The original cyborg still exists, so we're okay. This reminds me of a shitpost you wrote up in a Sonic themed joke. No Sonic themed fanfiction. No, because I never thought I'd have to actually say this. I never thought I had to actually make this a rule. Sonic fanfiction of any sort is not allowed in this community. It is a rabbit hole that even I have to keep that. Even I have to stay away from. You have to keep that door shut. Okay? It's not fan fiction. It's like the vault. It's like the Disney vault. Okay? We don't open the Sonic vault. Okay? You're curious why? Because like a few years ago when I was just starting streaming and I was just like reading things on the internet for fun and sharing, like reading things I found on the internet and then sharing them with people, I found this website. I know, scary. I found this website, and on this website it's an entire collection of fan fiction. Some appropriate, some incredibly not. It's just up to whichever filters you put in at the time. So I put in, I was like, you know what? What is some good Sonic fan fiction? This is how I read My Immortal. I actually I read My Immortal on stream during the panoramic days while I was playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. I read every single word. It is a literary art piece. That's all I can say. And it has caused some very divisive opinions on the internet, right? But I read it just so I could say that I was there, man. Oh, shoot. But that's not the only thing I read. My Immortal notwithstanding, I read another piece of fan fiction specifically revolving around Sonic the Hedgehog, and it was called Sonic High School. Sonic High School. I never finished reading this piece of media. I never finished reading this book. Because after a while of reading it on a stream, I was actively too traumatized. I could not finish reading it. I could not finish reading it. For my health and everybody else's. Ebony changing her to Inobi randomly throughout the story. I think it was genuinely just a typo. I think that was genuinely just a typo. But yeah, so like Sonic fanfiction, we don't talk about it. I think Sonic High School might be the most iconic piece of fanfiction, of Sonic fanfiction per se. I can't really think of another one. And I was like, what could possibly happen in Sonic High School? Oh boy, was I wrong. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. And I don't know, like, I'm a reader. I've read some pretty interesting things in my day, but between My Immortal and Sonic High School, I was like, hell no, no, no. I like slowly closed the page, and I don't think I've ever been back to that website. Real talk. I think that was it. I was like, that was my real moment of, and that's enough internet for the day. Like, that was the one and only time. I was like, okay, I gotta go. It's been real. It's been great. It hasn't been real great, as they say. Is that what they say? Leave it to Sonic. I'm going to leave a website forever. If I find it, like, maybe one day I'll come back to it because, you know, I'm a stronger bunny now, you know? Like, I'm reliving it. I don't really remember too much, but I remember there being, like, a very specific scene where I was like, that's enough. I don't feel like reading that out loud with my mouth and soul. No thanks. It was like Cards Against Humanity, but make it Sonic the Hedgehog. My God, it was... You know how sometimes if you read something, you feel like because you read it, it's now real? That's how I felt about Sonic High School. I think we have time for like one more battle. One more battle or so. Yeah, but that's how I felt about that show. That's not even that show, because I really loved Sonic Prime and Sonic Boom. Like, I loved everything else about Sonic except for the fandom. Like, the fan fiction. I didn't even really mind, like, people, like, making OCs. I don't care about that part. It's the writing. Y'all know better. And you know who you are, because some of you are prominent in personalities on the internet now. And I guarantee you've written a fair bit of Sonic fan fiction. And you don't think I know, but I know. And Knuckles joke that just kept looping it on itself. And Steve. You and me and Steve. Alright, win or lose. These have been some really fun matches. Like, people are really good at this game. I wish I could get better at some of the more unique specials, like the Crab or the Ink Strike. But it has to come down to, like, the weapon. The triple splashdown is kind of my go... Okay, here, I'm just gonna cancel. Ooh. This is a quality of life thing. Used to be after, like, 10 seconds you couldn't cancel and you were just kind of, like, stuck. So maybe I use... I don't know what to use. Yeah, I'll just use this because what the heck ever. Because I do like this weapon. It's very colorful, it's very pretty, it's very big. It's literally a hammer. And it has a little panic button, which I love to do. It's like it was made for me. Knuckles and Knuckles featuring Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles. And you can loop it endlessly. See, that's wholesome. That's safe. There's something about the fan fiction that I was like, One day I think I will, like, I will beat Sonic High School and I will reread it. Looking up Sonic High School after this? Don't do it. Chapter 6 gets weird. Don't do it. Happy 420, by the way. Happy 420! Are you doing anything special to celebrate the holiday? What chapter? Oh, I was just guessing, but all of them were traumatizing. I think it was 9. I think I actually got to 9 or 10 on stream. Like, my streams, and you can ask Harsh. Harsh can confirm. My streams before I really, like, calmed down and, like, found my quote-unquote niche and a community were some of the most deranged, hyperbolic, chaotic things to exist. And what's crazy about it is that they were probably more high quality than, like... I didn't filter myself as much as I do now. And when I say filter, I mean I had some hot takes about Superman and Batman. And And even back then, I was preaching the gospel of salt and vinegar chip superiority. Like, you asked me something, I was not afraid to tell you. I was like, that opinion is garbage! I was not afraid to say it, but like... And then I would just read whatever was on the internet. Like, I would sing whatever I wanted to. I would upload unedited, like, unfiltered, like, songs versions, like, just songs, just do it. I didn't care. And now I care, and I probably should go back to just the not caring days. Or at least channel a little bit of it. Yeah, less of a filter. That's because you guys had already started to piss me off by then. I'm kidding. They were like, do a dance! And I was like, no. Oh, wait, I'm not in queue. Okay. But also, I was like, I think what it was is that I was just happy to be streaming, and I was extremely poor back then. Like, $15 in my bank account, I could make that stretch for like a week. I was like, okay, I just got $15 from like very generous people on Twitch. I am now going to make that $15 last for as long as possible because I don't know when people will be nice to me again. And so like my streams were like low quality, but like high quality, right? A stick of gum here, a stick of gum there. Like, remember when I think I told you guys the story about Mustache? It was $24.99 when I first bought it for the Switch. I had saved up that $24.99 and it was like the last bit of like my savings at the time, and I didn't have Wi-Fi, so I went to a gas station parking lot and used their Wi-Fi to log on to Nintendo eShop and buy the game. So I could play it, because once you have the game, you don't need Wi-Fi. So it was a game I could play without Wi-Fi, and I was like, yes. But I didn't really stream. I still didn't stream back then. No, it's just a little bunny. You were struggling for real? I mean, people, I don't tell people because people don't ask. Now I'm just in scuffle mode. Oh, shit! I'm looking for a fight. Not gonna find one there. $15 to get that much mowing my grandparents' lawn front and back as a teen. I lived in an establishment where if you were given money, you weren't. What are you talking about? Like, there was no allowance. There was just like, if you are well behaved and you have good grades, then you will be rewarded. There was no money ever involved. You were not getting paid. You were getting like things you want, and we will buy them for you. Why would I give you money? That's mine. I will use my money to buy you the things that you want as a parent, right? Ah! I can't kill anybody with this weapon. Don't you ever make fun of my struggle notches ever again? I still never had to, like, I struggled for things that, like, for entertainment. Like, I used all of my savings just to make sure that I had a nice place to live. Okay? We have different versions of the form struggle. Hold on. I had no entertainment, really, other than my books and anime and stuff like that. And, like, non-Wi-Fi games. Like, everything else was luxury. Makeup, luxury. Clothes, luxury. If I wanted clothes, I could just make clothes. But I had a nice place to stay. Ah! I can't kill anybody. I would get paid in, like, exposure for my family. Like, if I did a good job doing a chore, there would be like, she's the best one. And I'd be like, damn right! I am the favorite! I can't kill anybody here. And as long as Logan had a good meal, all is well. Yeah, exactly. I was like, it's not, nothing else matters. I was like, I have a roof over my head, I can eat, and then I would use anything else. I would save it up religiously, and then I would buy, like, a Switch. Or then I would buy a PlayStation. And I didn't buy a PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4 until, like, 2 years after that bad boy came out. because I was like, if I can't afford it, I'm not playing it. But I still ate well. I still ate well, and I had a roof over my head. But everything else, I genuinely like going shopping, like having a car. That's a luxury. I was like, I don't have a car, and I don't have video games, so I'm struggling. I didn't have a streaming PC at the time. I had a laptop that didn't have USB 3.0. That's how old this laptop was. But when it's free, you don't complain, you know? But I wasn't making struggle nachos. Those were unhealthy. And this was before I even got Logan. It's like, I think this was before I got Logan. But then when I did get a pet, all that fun money, I was like, nope, that has to go to Logan now. Because I don't want to be a bad cat mom. It's because I ate struggle nachos since I'm living in a homeless shelter. I mean, that's what you said! I'm just teasing. Nice money. Wait, I already own this? I do not. I want it. And I put all of my hoarding mentality into video games. What do we got here? Suction bomb, Trizuka, anything interesting? I don't know how to use the Zipcaster, which I really should learn to use. Kraken Royale, triple splashdown. I should also learn to use a blaster. I should become that which I hate. I should embrace this new villain arc, and I should pick up a blaster. I like that blaster. I don't like the custom blaster. It reminds me of, like, I don't know, it just looks dangerous. Oh, but this one's got glitter on it. I like this one. Sure, why not? This thing is dangerous. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, but this one's got glitter and like the flames are purple, which means it's hotter. Anyway, that's enough for today. I think that's enough for today's stream. The Yap-pocalypse is coming on. It's really Splatoon is just a vehicle for the Yap-pocalypse. I'm still playing Splatoon, obviously, and if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. But it's literally just like the Subway Surfer for my absolute yappage. Good stream. Thank you. I'm glad you guys had a great time. I find it very interesting seeing someone pick out their fave main weapon for the very first time. It makes me want to cry. Why? Oh, hit fresh. Oh. Oh my god. It's like, it's literally just Twitter. Hi. Oh my god, they're walking together. Oh, they were. Never mind. Alright, I will see you all next time. It has been too fun. It's been, what, 2 days since we last streamed. But yes, if you haven't watched the cover yet, we worked really hard on it. And I really hope you guys have... I recorded it while I was sick, so don't make fun of me, okay? If you make fun of me, you're making fun of a sick person. Don't do it. It was really good. Thank you. Watch it again, right? There is another cover coming out and some other things releasing soon, and I have some big travel plans coming up that I am working towards. In terms of any more events coming onto stream, probably not anymore this month, other than just like a normal stream schedule. I do want to release a solo cover, just a random solo cover, probably next month, but I'm not really sure what song I want that to be just yet. But yeah, there's another 46 Notes cover coming out possibly next month. Is there anything else? There are a few more showcases that I think we've been invited to that we haven't been able to really talk about too much yet, but look forward to that. I'm going to try and do my best to tweet those. I think that's pretty much it. If there's any kind of events that you guys want to see, like any summer events or any games specifically that you want me to try out, because right now I have some ideas. I've got to get back to Clear Obscure one day, but there's so many other things that I want to try. I have a 3D model, a couple of 3D models, so I want to do more 3D streams, and we do have a karaoke stage, so I do want to try some of that. So possibly more karaoke in the future. We will see. We will see. But that is all in my head, and I have to write it down on paper, but I can't write it down on paper on stream. So I will have to end today's stream, and I will see you next time. And until I see you next time, I want you to have a good morning, afternoon, evening, twilight, sunrise, sunset, golden hour, golden shower. I want you to be nice to yourselves. I want you to be nice to others. And I want you to stay hydrated. Okay? Stay hydrated. Happy 420 for those who celebrate. And take care of yourselves. Go water your plants, or grind up your dried plants and roll them up and do whatever happens with those. I don't care. Have a great day. I'll see you. Something. Yeah. Happy day. Goodbye.